that, let's have a little introduction from each and every one of us. So let's start with Fernando. And Fernando is not here. Great. So let's start with you then, Michael. You can start, my man.
Yeah, for those of you watching right now, thank you for your time. I'm Michael. I live in Guangzhou. I've been living here for 2 years, and I'm married to a Chinese wife. That's why I've been here for a long time. I have a channel that specifically focuses on having a better lifestyle as a foreigner in China. So be sure to check that out if you have some time. And I look forward to the rest of this video. So I guess I'll hand it over back to Angelo.
Okay. Hey, guys. My name is Angelo. My Chinese nickname is Da An. I live in northeastern China. I've been here for 6 years. Did I say I'm from the U.S.? And my videos are about how to be a big kid in China.
Awesome. I think Fernando has some sort of connection issues, so I'm gonna take the lead, and obviously I'm gonna introduce myself to the ones that don't know who I am. So my name is Zach. Probably you know my channel, Zach P. I'm a very controversial YouTuber, if you like to say that. I live in Northeast as well, in Jilin province, so I'm actually not far from Angelo, so hopefully I can meet him in the future. And obviously I would like to tell every single one of you that are watching on either Michael's channel or Fernando's channel, if you're not familiar with Angelo or myself, please subscribe to us, because it helps that tremendously. Smash that like button, and ask us some questions in the live comments, because we are so eager to answer them. I'm not sure what's happening with Fernando, so I guess us three should probably dip into those emergency topics that we prepared. Angelo, would you like to suggest something?
Actually, I don't want to go first this time. You guys take it, because mine is kind of tied into what we're talking about today.
Okay. Michael, do you fancy, doing a little backup plan?
Yeah, I guess we can do it while Fernando's coming on here. So I work in a tech company, right? And I've noticed that biometrics is becoming like a hot topic here in China. So it's actually becoming the norm. Less and less platforms are accepting like email for verification. And this includes like sectors in banking. This includes sectors in like whether it's retail or whatever. You can pretty much do everything with biometrics now. I really wanted to focus on facial recognition here, because nowadays it's so easy to have face recognition in China, and especially with like everyone's phones, you can select, hey, I want to add face recognition for like your iPhone or for your Android phone. And the point is that because the technology is already there for face recognition, it's pretty much normal, and everyone's used to using face recognition for transactions. So to give you some examples, in Guangzhou, they just opened a test server for paying using face recognition only to go to the subway. If you go to the Guangzhou Tower and you register your face into the system, so far only Chinese people can do it. They don't have foreigners with passports that can do it. They can go ahead and just cross the gates using their face. That's already linked to their like Alipay or WeChat. And then when they exit the station, then they scan their face one more time and they charge them the account. Have you guys had any experience when it comes to any face recognition payments or any trends happening in your cities? Because I know Guangzhou is a tier 1 city, so you may have different experiences.
Actually, I have. So in the little the convenience store that's downstairs from my apartment, they have it's Alipay, where it's set up where you can pay with your face, but it's just still for the locals and myself. It's still much just easier just to scan the barcode that's there on the a table there and just pay that way. And also for withdrawing money from the ATM, there's also an option in China Construction Bank for it to just scan your face. I've never used it, but to scan your face and you can withdraw money that way as a form of verification.
Okay, so I think Fernando is back, but he left again. He is doing something, I'm not so sure. Obviously, I just want to say hello to the viewers. So we have Prime in China in the chat. How you doing, mate? We watched your recent videos. It's good to have you back. Or, well, he kind of said that he's going to disappear. Then he did a comeback video.
He came back.
Yeah,
all of a sudden today,
he came back like the
he
next
did a
day.
whammy video today.
Anyway, Fernando is here. Fernando, connection issues. Please introduce yourself.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, good guys. So, well, my name is Fernando. My channel is China Teacher Brand. I used to do videos about teaching. Now I do videos about what life is like in China in general. And well, today I'm really, really happy and very pleased to join you guys in this particular live stream, which is going to be about ordering food on Meituan. The reason why I'm very happy is because I don't have to use Meituan. I just have to call my wife. Go ahead, boo me.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah,
Cheater.
dude,
Boo.
I
come
don't
on.
have the app, guys. I don't have
You've
the
been
app. I
here the
really sorry.
longest and you don't know how
He
to
has
use
the app.
I
Meituan.
think all of our times combined, like, you still beat us in China.
Yeah, right.
All right,
But
so
look, I mean, yeah, sure, go.
yeah, so before we jump in, I would like to say hello to Luis Pablo as well. And he already asked us a question that we're going to answer later on in the show. So don't worry, mate. We are not ignoring you. We are just trying to catch our breath here. So don't worry. We don't ignore people here. We love everyone.
Oh, yes,
3,000,
we love
like
you.
Iron Man said.
Mm.
Okay.
All
Are you
right.
guys ready to order this? Because I have mine
Yes, sir.
ready.
Okay.
Mine
Wait,
is
wait,
ready.
wait, wait, wait. I need to open my wife's WeChat and tell her what to order. So, what are you guys ordering? First of all, why don't we talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
We
So
decided to order our regional dish, some of our favorites regional dishes. So, Angelo, what are you going for?
Okay, so today I am ordering a fan favorite of almost all foreigners that I know, and even Zach knows what this is. And it's everywhere in China, but it's really common here in the Northeast. It's called Ball Roe, and I'll show you what it is later. But if I can directly translate it, well, not directly translate it. It's like sweet and sour pork, but it's like really thick sauce on it, and it's breaded. It's really good. And I'm also ordering something called 水果捞, which is like fruit and nuts and stuff inside of yogurt all mixed together. So sort of like a parfait. We call it a Chinese parfait, but it's really good, and I can't wait to show you guys.
awesome. Michael, what are you ordering?
So right now I'm actually in Wenzhou. I'm not in Guangzhou because I'm here with an event and my wife, she's preparing like for a wedding for one of her customers. And I asked one of her local friends, okay, what should I eat if it's like super famous in Wenzhou? And they told me duck's tongue, which is called like yasha. And there's a kind of funny story behind it. Like Wenzhou is known for like the city of ducks, at least initially, like back in the dynasty areas. And when you say like duck tongue in Wenzhonghua, like their local dialect, it means like unlucky duck. But then they changed the word so that it says like bring riches. I don't speak Wenzhonghua. I just read this like on freaking Baidu.
Pretty
And
rich.
so I'm gonna try it. This is actually gonna be the first time I try it. It looks really interesting, and it's probably gonna taste interesting. So look forward to my reaction. But yeah, duck tongue.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Awesome. So
Zach,
personally,
what are you
I'm gonna
ordering?
order Northeast barbecue, soy sauce beef, sweet and sour tofu. I'm gonna order some sweet corn as well on like a very like thin stick. So I'm not going all out. I'm only ordering like 4 or 5 different things on a stick. But I think soy sauce beef is something very popular in the Northeast. I think Angelo can back this claim. Is it true?
Soy sauce beef. You know, I'd either have to hear the Chinese or see what that is. It's not ringing a bell with me. Soy
That's all
sauce
right.
beef.
That's all right. You will see in a minute. We don't
Yeah, I'll
want to
see it.
ruin this like magical experience, and we don't want to
Yeah.
go all out in the first 5 minutes. Anyway, Fernando, what are you ordering, my man?
Well, as I said, I'm going on WeChat to tell my wife to order me some barbecue
Facepalm.
oysters. Yeah,
Ooh.
barbecue oysters. I'd never had oysters in my life before I came to China. And one drunken night, some 20 years ago, somebody introduced me to them, and I'm like, what is this? I love garlic. So they chop tons of garlic and they put it on top, and it's just fantastic. So let's see how fast those 6 barbecue oysters can get here. So somebody was asking, I think it was Jamaica Funk is in the house. Jamaica Funk, how you doing, my man? He was asking, is this a race? Okay, let me show it on screen. He was saying, is this a race to see whose delivery arrives first?
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
indeed. So what's on the line, guys? What's on the line, Zach?
So I suggested that the winner gets like, an insignificant prize of 1 yuan from each and every one of us. But if anybody in the live chat wants to suggest us, anything, we are very open to listen to suggestions. But that is mine. So 1 yuan from the losers to the winner on the WeChat.
Shouldn't the winner get the chicken dinner?
Well, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Isn't he the English teacher?
Winner. Okay, never mind. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, good.
Any
So are you guys
suggestions from
ready
the
with the
audience?
orders?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
All right.
Countdown.
So on my count, it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Order is going.
there you go. It's
Order's
paid.
going. WeChat
All right.
Pay. Oh, you cheated, dude.
Oh,
wife.
my password too long.
Okay, there
See,
we go.
that's
I paid with
why
my
that's how you
that's why
get
you
like a
get
head
a
start.
fingerprint.
I scan face.
There you
Mine
go.
says it'll arrive in 30 minutes. Oh no. Okay.
No, I have to ask
mine.
you guys.
Please patiently wait.
I have to ask
Mine's
you guys.
also 30.
You didn't pick a place that's like 500 meters from your apartment, did you?
Just go downstairs
Well,
and get it.
to be,
Yeah,
to
just
be
go downstairs
fair,
and get it.
I think, Michael, how are you going to get it to the hotel? I mean, do they allow people to the room or?
Bro,
Great topic.
have you
Go.
been to China before? Like,
He
okay,
said
so
20 years ago I was doing this.
when you order in a hotel, they go to the front desk. The front desk usually calls your room number, and then you're like, either they let them in and go to your room, or you have to go downstairs to the lobby area and pick it up.
Well, for me, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but because, well, for my wife, my wife just says, "Mother effers." I don't know what happened.
That's the name of the store. Nice.
No. They just, no, forget about it. I'll tell you later. No, the thing is that they're gonna call my wife when the guy arrives to the gate. I don't know if your garden area is big, but here there's like 4 different gates. So the YMI gets the delivery guy gets to the gate, and then they call you, and you need to call management to say, yeah, he's coming here, and then he can actually come in. How does it take place in your different residences?
So I live on top of a shopping mall. It's like my apartments are built on top of a shopping mall. So I don't have this garden area, so to say. Just have a big door that you open up on the side, and they have to go up the elevator. But the thing is, though, and this is troublesome for the people that are ordering things and also for the guy that's delivering, the elevator has to be called using like a key card. So the person that wants to sit in the comfort of their home and wait for the food has to get out in their pajamas and go to the elevator, get in it, and let the guy in or whatever. And the person that's delivering the food has to stand there and call forever because some people don't answer the phone. It's calling, can't go up. And if it worse comes to worse, he has to climb upstairs. And if he's delivering food to like somebody on the 28th floor, he's got to go up all these stairs to complete this order. So it's kind of hassle for both parties.
Yeah. So what floor do you live on?
I live on the 21st floor.
Oh. So you're speaking from experience. The guy is sweating all over your food.
Jesus.
Look, Jamaica Funk is making a very good suggestion. The winner will have to share his prize with the delivery guy. Fair enough.
I think that's a very,
Yeah.
very good idea because
That's a good
you can
idea,
actually
give a tip.
tip. You can tip on the app. Once it's
Oh, that's
delivered to
true,
you,
that's true.
you can tip on the app. So the winner has to tip 3 yuan or 4. It depends how you count it.
4 is
So-
an unlucky number. We'll do 3.
Yeah, so
That's
we
true.
can
You
try to
did
tip.
pour his spits on your food.
We can try to tip 666, so 6.66 yuan, which is
That would
liu
be
liu
good.
liu, which
Liu liu
means
liu.
like effing
Yeah, that's true.
awesome.
All right, guys. While we wait for our foods, why don't we talk about some of some of the experiences that we have had with foods? What are some of the strangest things that you've eaten? What are some of the most delicious things that you've ever eaten? Who wants to go first?
I'll take it away. So Michael is actually ordering duck's tongue, which was super weird for me for the first time. I tried it about 2 years ago, and when I told my friends back home in England, they were like scared, like, oh my god, what is like duck's tongue? Is it like a rat's tail or something like that? I'm like, no, it's actually like really legit. Like, it doesn't have too much meat on it. It's very bony, but the meat on the bone itself is very delicious, and they can cook it like many different ways. And as scary as it looks, it's actually super tasty.
I've tried it, and I also tried it in Guangzhou. My friend said like, "Oh, try this," and I'm like, but it smelled good and the taste is really good. And then I got kind of addicted to it. Like, but I mean, I don't go out my way to order it or anything like that. What about you, Angelo?
So it was about 2 weeks ago, and I did make a video on this. I tried a animal for the first time, an animal that I've never had before. So what I had some ass. I had donkey.
What?
So it was donkey. It was. I was gonna say I had some ass hot pot. I had donkey hot pot. And
From
you
a
know
donkey's
what?
ass.
Yeah, I had. Anyways, I had donkey hot pot, and you know what, guys? It was very delicious, and the meat was very dark, and the way it tasted, I can't really describe the way it tasted, but it tasted really good. It must have been the seasoning or the hot pot altogether. But that was the most recent thing that was different for me. I've never eaten donkey in my life, and well, 2 weeks ago I had some good ass.
Just
What?
the innuendos.
That's what it is. It's an ass.
Well, it is. It's donkey meat. Okay. Michael, what about you?
Yeah, so in the US, like there's a stereotype for Chinese food. I'll admit, before I actually came to China at all, I kind of like Panda Express, which I know is not authentic Chinese food, but I like the taste of it. I know Angela can relate of the sweet and sour chicken and like the General Tso's chicken, all that. Well, I think it was the first or second time I came to China. I already had that taste used in my mouth, like used to it. So then my wife tried to order something that was kind of similar, but was actually Chinese. So I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, but it's called squirrel fish, songxiyu, and it's pretty much sweet and sour fish, but it's fried too. So like, if you're used to sweet and sour chicken, think of sweet and sour chicken, but instead of fried chicken, it's the same sauce but with fish. And I really liked it. Like I can eat the whole fish by myself. And the first time I had this was actually in Suzhou, which I think is the place that started this kind of meal. And then I just got addicted to like always ordering it whenever I go out and have the opportunity.
Look, for me, perhaps one of, I don't know, the best thing that I've ever eaten in my life is a dish from China. Have you guys ever had the opportunity to go to Beijing, that imperial restaurant, and have the Beijing duck?
Yes.
Of course, man.
The restaurant is called, I think it's called Trenjuda. Very awesome.
Yeah.
Very
like
awesome.
and you go into like the people's hall and whatever, the decoration is so spectacular, and it's it's a show in itself. It's a performance. So for me, well, they bring the whole duck, the roast duck, right? And it has a certificate. For those of you that don't know, has a certificate like this is duck number 100,225. Yeah. And the guy starts slicing like the chest area, I think. I don't know exactly what it is. And they take like 6 or 5 slices and they place them on a plate. And these are very special. That thing is just the crispiest skin I have ever tasted, the crispiest meat I've ever tasted. You put it in your tongue and it kind of like it melts in your mouth. I was like, whoa, is all of this going to be like that? And unfortunately, no, it's only those first 6 slices. But that's right there, like the best culinary experience I've ever had in my life.
Yes.
That Beijing duck at this particular restaurant.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard about it as well. It's amazing. Like it's like phenomenal. Anyway, I have a question for you guys. What's your poison tonight? Because I feel like on these live streams and longer videos, I am the alcoholic, and I don't want to go down that road, because I actually went out for a beer run before the live stream. So I got myself 2 beers. I got a Harbin beer and I got a small Snow. This is what I'm gonna drink before the food arrives, and this is with the barbecue. So what about the rest of you guys? What are you drinking? Don't tell me just water, because I'm gonna drop my marbles.
Yeah, you're
I'm
probably
on
gonna drop
coffee.
your marbles because
Go.
I'm not drinking tonight. I have to get up at like 7 in the morning to get ready for online class.
Me
So
too.
yeah, I'm drinking water.
Lose your marbles. Go,
Lose your marbles.
Ba-doom. Done.
Michael. What's in the mini bar?
I haven't dug into it, but I might, depending how good this duck tongue tastes. You know, if it tastes really bad, I might need some aftertaste.
All
Nah,
right,
it's
all
gonna
right.
taste good, man. You're
So
gonna
you
love it.
I'm going on coffee because after this I need to edit a video, and just like Angelo, I also need to get up at 7. So I need the caffeine. That's what I'm on. So sorry, guys. No alcohol tonight.
So
That's
how's
right.
it coming along with your order? Mine says 10 minutes away. He's on his way to deliver it to me. What's yours?
He just picked it up from the restaurant.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll get mine
Uh,
first. Woohoo!
Sorry, guys, I don't know what
Yeah.
happened
Where's
with
yours
my
at,
with my
Michael?
camera.
It says looking for phone. Looking for the
Uh,
phone.
But it seems like I looked at some of the questions, and there were some, I guess, Chinese people asking what countries we were from. Like some of them were guessing we're from England or from the U.S. Maybe we can introduce where we're from just while we're waiting for Zach to come
Zach
back.
to come back. All right,
Sure.
Angelo, go.
Sure, I am from the U.S., specifically the state of Tennessee. So I am from the South. Howdy.
Mm, howdy.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody says that I'm sponsored by Iron Man. No, 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 no. All right, me, I'm from Colombia. I was born in the city of Cali, which is, we would like to say, the second largest city, but the guys from Medellin like to say that they're the second largest city. So, yeah, it's a tie right there. So yeah, not the capital, but Cali. And what I went to a French school from the French Alliance, so I learned French at school, and I then lived in the States. Then I went back to Colombia for a little while, and I've been in China since December 28th of the year 2000. So that's why this guy's giving
Dang.
such a
Wow.
hard
I was in
time for
diapers.
not being able
Diapers.
to
Wow.
use Meituan. For not being able to use Meituan. Michael, where are you from?
Okay, so I'm really from all over the place. I was born in the U.S. in Alaska. I've been I've been to 4 countries and 4 high schools. Like each year of high school, I was in a different country, so I can speak like different languages because my mom is Cuban and my dad is white, so I speak English, Spanish, Portuguese because I used to live in Brazil, and I speak some Chinese. But I am from the USA. I was born in Alaska, but I consider my home Miami. If you really need to put
Miami.
that, yeah, that's where my
Nice.
mom lives.
Welcome to Miami.
Yes,
They say that
and I
Miami is
lived in
another Latin
Colombia
American
too.
city. You did?
I lived
Where?
in Bogota,
Of
man,
course.
for a year.
Okay. Why were you around the world? I mean, army guy or what?
Yeah, my dad was. My dad was in the army. He was a diplomat, so you know the attaché, embassy work.
Mm.
Nice.
All right. Let me. Zach wants to be pulled off, so he fixes his camera and he's gonna come back. All right. Well, what about some of the weirdest foods that you've ever eaten, or some of the worst experiences that you've had with food, guys?
I can't say that I've really had extremely bad experiences here, but I can tell you what I don't like. I don't like peeling the skin off the shrimp. I don't like doing that. And I'm
Mm.
so used to in the States it's always peeled off for you. I don't like all those little bones in the fish. I extremely hate that. The fish have like bones and stuff in them. In the US, of course, there's no bones in our fish. What else? Like the pieces of chicken that have bones all up in it. I'm used to just like boneless chicken. I'm not really nitpicky now. I mean, I'm kind of used to it, but I think the one I hate the most is like the bony fish. I can't stand the bony fish because you have to like eat
Mm.
it and then like individually spit out each one of those little spurs of the bones in your mouth and stuff. And the Chinese people are just
So,
like munching it down and pulling that stuff out of their mouth.
what about chicken feet, man?
Chicken feet I've had, and if it's boiled to where it's soft, you can just like peel that. You can just like slurp that feet skin meat or whatever off of it, like and pig feet. I've had all that stuff.
I love them. We eat them in Colombia, so that was not strange for me. But for me,
Okay.
things that smell bad. Like I remember when I first came to China, I used to live in Shenzhen. I lived in Shenzhen for 2 months, right? So I lived. My home was behind D1 Dasha. So if you guys are Chinese, like one of the tallest buildings, and my office was right behind Lychee Park. So it's like a 2 blocks from where I lived. So I would go on to Nathan Road. I forgot the name of the road, and I would walk against the wind to my house. But every evening in summer, there was a guy selling stinky tofu at the corner of my building. And that guy, I mean, the smell would travel for blocks, man. From my office, I could smell the chod. I would come out of the building like, mother. So I had to walk around the whole park to get to my house from behind, because otherwise it would be like a 5-minute walk just smelling the thing, like your clothes and everything. I hated that guy. I think that I hate Chodofu because of that guy more than anything else. But
But that stuff tastes better than it smells.
I
It
have
does.
no. People
It
say
tastes
that it's
better than it smells.
like blue cheese and things like that. That the taste is very different from the smell. But I haven't gotten myself to actually try it. Yeah. Hey Zach, we were talking about some of the weird things that we've eaten. Worst experiences eating.
Worst experience. Oh my good God. Where do I start?
Oh,
I'm not a picky eater. I have to say I'm not a picky eater. Worst one I would say is stinky tofu. I don't know if you guys said this one.
Yep.
Stinky tofu is you can smell it from like 10 blocks away, and it's just like, it twists your nose. Then you just need to walk around like this. It's terrible. It's terrible. Anyway, I would like to turn my attention and our attention to the live chat. Fernando, do you mind bringing some things up? T-Cat said, share the video. These guys are real. Yeah, we try to keep it real as much as we can. I don't know about the rest of you, but I keep it real.
Let me see. Braised pork is full of beans, sweet potatoes, and pumpkins. That's watermelon eater. That is always the case. Let me see. Okay, this one is for you, Angelo. Bones is what makes them taste good.
That's true. So when my old lady, that means my girlfriend. Okay, when my old lady makes like the what is that? The curry chicken. If I make it, I always use chicken breast, boneless chicken breast, and I'm always asking myself, why doesn't it taste as good as when she makes it? She's like, the bone. If it's like the bone, if there's bone on the chicken, it brings out the flavor to it. And here in the Northeast, whenever you eat meat with something, a lot of meat is used to add flavor to the dish, and it always has a bone in it. So I agree with Dad YouTuber that it does bring out the flavor in a lot of dishes, the bones.
But I hate it. It's like you develop this 3D ability in your mouth to know where the bone is. You're like
3D. That face.
And you're finding the meat. Okay, done.
It's worse with the fish, though, man. It's worse with the fish.
Okay.
Hey, while we're on the topic of stinky dishes, I kind of have something very similar. And no matter in what form this fruit comes in, I cannot eat it, and I've tried all of them. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Liulian. Okay.
Yeah.
Like they have these signs in classrooms, and I'm sure like the Chinese viewers know this. Like in school, there's a big sign that says like "Buyao dai liulian," like a big picture of a durian with the X, and it's like you can't bring that because it's so stinky in the classroom. You don't want to be that student in the back that like opens their snack bag and it's like lets the air out of the durian going through class. And I've tried ice cream durian. I've tried durian on pizza. I've tried the actual durian fruit, and I just can't eat it. Like my wife loves it. It's like she was raised with it, but I just can't eat that. That's just one fruit I just can't get used to. What about you guys?
So I have a.
Go ahead, Angelo. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I have a story regarding stinkiness and durian. Oh gosh, this is awful. So there was one time I was in class, and a boy stood up and he said, "Teacher, my stomach hurts," and it hurt really bad. And he was like, "Okay, let's let him go to the bathroom." And right when he got to the door, before he opened the door, he just barfs all over the floor, and it was god awful smelly. It was so bad, and I was like, "What the heck did you eat?" And he threw up durian. So could you imagine like barf and durian mixed together in the classroom, and the kids are like dying, they're asphyxiated, they're holding their holding noses, and we could like rush them out of the classroom, and everybody gets out because it smelled awful bad. It was like not a radiation bomb, like a sulfur bomb went off or something. It was awful. And
To me-
besides
Sorry,
that
Andrew.
story, one time when we were in Thailand, we went to this hotel, and in the elevator it says, "If you bring durian into this hotel, we will fine you 2,000 Thai baht." So,
It's worse than smoking. Yeah.
oh gosh,
Look,
that
for
stuff's
me,
awful.
the worst part is because, well, Chinese people love durian and they like to make durian cake. So when it's my birthday, there's always someone bringing durian cake to celebrate your birthday. That puts you in such a difficult spot. You're like, thank you. Have some. I'm like, have you ever had durian cake? Birthday cake?
No,
I do not wish to
No?
have a durian birthday.
no, I do
cake.
not wish. I
Oh.
do not desire to have this cake.
No.
Oh no, it's so bad, man. And you're in a very uncomfortable position because they're doing that like this nice gesture of bringing cake to you, but it so happens to be durian cake.
Oh, oh.
Hey, we have one viewer. I guess he's participating in this competition with us. Wisdom Lee. He's saying that he just ordered the Beijing Kaoya. So he's gonna try and eat with
Nice.
us.
You can order
Oh
that.
yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Yeah, he's competing with us. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, Wisdom, where are you?
I mean, if he gets the food
I think he's
before us,
Beijing.
if he gets
Oh,
it
so
before us, we should donate to him. We should
My
donate.
update says
the
4
1 yen.
minutes and 500 meters away.
Wow.
So
Andrew
My
might win.
wife had a small car accident. Well, a guy scratched the car, so she took a while to order. So I guess I'm gonna lose anyway. But
Oh.
anyway,
Oh dear.
yeah. All right, guys. So, Zach, you had an idea?
So I wanted to talk about food and durian and stinky things because Michael mentioned durian on pizza. You mentioned the durian cake, and when Chinese people say that they love fruit on pizza, I usually come up with an example for them because baozi and jiaozi and all of these little bags of pastry things. That's very similar to the pizza base, what they cook it on. And I always tell them, would you eat like a fruit baozi? And every single time, every single person says no, they wouldn't eat it. So I always ask them, why do you eat fruit pizza then? It's technically the same thing. The only difference is that it's folded up, but it's the exact same thing. What do you guys think of this? Have you ever thought about it this way?
Not really.
Not
Michael?
really.
no.
There you go. That goes into your knowledge tank. So think about it this way. Next time when someone says you should eat a fruit pizza, you should just go, well, would you eat a fruit baozi?
You know what?
Yeah.
I think I would.
I have a friend that's a really good cook. You know what he made for us one time? He made pizza balls. Delicious. Absolutely. Just balls it, but imagine like cheese and the pasta sauce inside and pepperoni. And it was amazing. Pizza balls.
So he made a calzone for you.
Yeah, but it looked like balls.
All
I'm
right,
sure,
guys.
It was good though.
I'm sure Fernando can relate to this, but what do you call it? Platanitos maduros. It's like fried plantains, right? And if you were to put that in a baozi, I would eat it.
Oh,
I
no,
would
no,
eat
no,
it.
no, no. I was about to say something because plátano maduro, right? We have a Colombian version of the
My
Hawaiian
food is
pizza.
here.
God damn it.
Oh,
Aw.
I don't want to lose.
Oh, we have the Colombian version of the Hawaiian pizza. So instead of pineapple and ham, we have bacon and platanito, plátano maduro. So it's extra salty and extra sweet. That's our version of the Colombian
Yeah.
Hawaiian pizza. No, I wanted to up the ante in this conversation. Can you guys cook any Chinese food?
Oh, my food's here. My food's here.
Michael, you
I'm
and
gonna
me.
answer this.
Yeah, just you and me. Seems like I'm gonna lose though because this wine is slow for me.
So did I win?
Yeah.
Well, apparently
technically
you
you got
did win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a plate for myself.
Mine says it's gonna be another 15 minutes.
My wife is driving, so she doesn't give me any feedback. I have no idea when I'm gonna get these oysters.
But
We might
as far
finish
as
this thing. Yep, tell me.
cooking Chinese food, no. When I was in the U.S., like I never even thought of cooking Chinese food. I mean, I can pack me some buns. Like during Chinese New Year's, our family would pack some baozi. You know, I do them horribly. Like I do them awful. If you were to see them on sale after I finish it, like you'd think like a monkey did it, or like I don't know, someone with the eyes closed did it. But that's as much as I can do with Chinese food cooking.
I have been invited to make dumplings also for Chinese New Year and whatever. And well, that's not that difficult, but the whole technique to kind of like make the I don't know, the little twist on the edges, that I have no idea how to do it. My Waimai is also on the way. Ted Lim. Hey, good man, Ted. Ted, let us know, where are you ordering from? Which city are you in?
Oh,
Hey, Snarky guy.
Oh, Snarky's
Snarky
in the
said
house.
his food came first. That's not fair, man. You should have told us in the comments. Nice one. So that means you need to donate 6.66 yuan to the Waimai.
Each and every one of it? No, whoever loses. Or, hey, what are the rules now? I forgot.
Oh,
So-
my food is here. I guess
the-
I was
Damn it.
last.
Fernando, what happened to you, my man?
Well,
So the rules were initially that we donate 1 yuan to the person that wins, but somebody suggested to give it to the delivery guy, and the winner needs to give it to the delivery guy. So you guys can send me 1 yuan each, and I'll round it up to 6.66. I think it was Jamaica Funk who said this idea. So thank you very much. We appreciate that. And
All
that's
right,
what we're
so-
going to do exactly.
I lose, so here's your, and I'll give you 1.5. The Wumao is courtesy of Gaofei.
Oh, yeah, there you go. We are each other's Wumau's. All right, so I'm actually unpacking my food right now. And like I said, I only ordered 4 different things. So I will
go.
show it to you guys in a second. Okay, so first things first, I have is sweet corn on a stick. Like this is nothing fancy, but it's with spices and everything on it. So you get 10 of these big sticks for 3 yuan. That's a good deal, that is.
3. Wow.
Yep, 3 yuan for 10 of these sticks. Next up, I have some chicken, which is something that I don't usually eat in China. I don't know how you guys feel about chicken in China, but it's a little bit different for me. Like I don't eat KFC, and I seldom cook chicken. I'm more of a beef person now. So this is the chicken that I have. Again, it's some sort of a spicy coating on it. This one was 4 for 4 yuan. Again, super cheap. Next up, I have some sweet and sour tofu, and this one was 10 for 4 yuan. This Fernando hates tofu.
I hate
Everyone
tofu. I can't
in
even
the
see
comment
it.
section, go boo on Fernando because he hates tofu. And the last one that I have is what I talked about, the soya sauce beef. This is awesome. This is my absolute favorite in the Northeast when it comes to barbecue. I love this one. This one was, what was it? 1.5 yuan for 1 stick. So beef is a little expensive right now, and then generally in China, just like with red meat. So yeah, but overall I paid 31.50, I think. And I had a 7 yuan like ticket that you can use to knock the full price off. So I think it was super cheap.
I think Angelo is going downstairs those 21 floors.
Yeah,
He's
he's
been
getting a
gone for
workout in.
long.
So Michael, let us know what you got, man, and I'm gonna dig into my barbecue here right on camera.
Oh, you got it
Okay.
already, Michael.
Yes, I am ready. So actually, he came directly to my room. I didn't have to go to the main lobby. It was kind of weird. But this is going to be interesting. Okay. I've never had this before, but it's called duck tongue. I don't know
Ooh.
if
Let it
the
focus. Let it
focus really works
focus.
there. See that? So
That is the
this
legit
costs this costs, just so you guys have a reference, on Meituan, it costs about 40 RMB, and the delivery cost was like 9 RMB. Delivery here is
Wow.
like so cheap in China because the demand is so high that they can charge very low rates. And there's two business models. They have the rate they charge for the delivery, and if the company, like let's say I'm a food company, I own a restaurant and I want to open that service, you have to pay Meituan like a monthly fee, like additionally to that additional fee. So they kind of get like double dipping with the money there. But just a note.
Hey, go for it.
Mm, interesting.
Did you order the spicy one or which one did you order?
No, the plain one, not spicy,
Plain
but
one.
like there's a lot of bone. Mm,
Oh shit!
okay.
Angelo's back,
Angelo.
I think.
Yeah, let him put in the headset.
Okay, I am in the house.
Okay, Angelo, this is for you. I like to see that
I've
man
got some
speak local
poison.
Chinese.
You would like to see me speak local Chinese? I just
Yeah,
spoke
so-
local Chinese on the phone. Did it pick up in the recording?
No, he got a little bit late. So, what
Nah.
did you order? Say it in Chinese.
What did I order? I ordered 水果捞 and 锅包肉.
Ball
Is
Roe.
what we said in English.
锅包肉.
锅包肉.
Oh, guys, yeah, good. Interesting question here. Somebody was talking about. Do you guys know this restaurant, Hai Di Lao?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Heidi
Of
Lau,
course, dude.
best.
We don't live under a
Yeah.
rock.
Amazing.
Okay, but people who are watching us outside of this country have no idea what Hai Di Lao is. Hai Di Lao is the standard for customer service in a restaurant. Okay, what experiences have you had at Hai Di Lao?
I would like to go first because I want to advertise myself. So
Go
about a
ahead.
year ago, I did a video on this restaurant chain. So it's a very big restaurant chain. It's like a franchise kind of thing. And I did a video on them last year, and it's the best hot pot that you can get. Taste-wise, service-wise, price-wise, it's a little bit expensive, but it is definitely the best hot pot that you can get in China. And if you come to China, I can highly recommend that you try this restaurant because they have like amazing things, and the service is phenomenal in my opinion. I don't know if Angelo and Michael, you had experience with them, but that's my opinion.
So, who's all got their food?
Everyone
It's me and you.
All of
Oh,
us.
we've all gotten our food. All right. So what do
except
we do now?
Fernando. Except Fernando.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
Fernando.
Even
Fernandito.
snarky guy got his food.
Who got their food?
Snarky guy.
Snarky.
Oh,
was doing it
nice.
with us.
Snarky's in the house.
But
He got some
there's a person
snarky
that
roll.
asked if Heidi Lau can deliver. I don't think they can. Like,
They can.
can they?
Yeah.
I had no
I didn't
idea
know
that
that.
they could.
You
I
can
know
actually
in-
get.
Okay,
You
my
can-
experience with Hai Di Lao, guys. Again, one of those things. I just tried Hai Di Lao a few months ago for the first time because I'm not crazy on hot pot. The thing with hot pot, to me, in my opinion, is that it's a bit too expensive. I mean, for me, we're Latinos, right? I'm Latino, and we eat a lot of meat. So for me to be actually full on the little slices and thin slices of meat, I have to order so many servings. So it ends up being too expensive for what I get. So I only go like when people invite me. So I hadn't had a chance to go to Hai Di Lao, but this new center that I opened here in Dongguan, it happens to have a Hai Di Lao in the mall. So we went there for lunch one day, and they did the whole noodle dance. You know about that?
Yeah.
So these guys, they start like stretching the noodles, and they do the dance, and they play some music and whatever, and then they throw the noodles into the hot pot. That was interesting. I hadn't had that experience. But Hai Di Lao, for example, ladies, you can get your nails done. You can get a massage. They give you, the ladies, for example, they give them like this rubber band so that they can tie their hair so they don't, they don't put it in their sauce or whatever. Like they think of every single little thing to make your experience an amazing something that people talk about, like what we're doing right here. Haidi Lao is amazing. The food, meh, nothing particularly special in my opinion, but the service is just outstanding. Um, all right, guys. So how's the food, Angelo?
Let's see it first. So first, I'm going to show you the. This thing is so full of texture. It's just a feast for the eyes as well. So this is the Ball Roe. So it's in a bowl right now, and I'll show it to you. If you can see it, this is what it looks like.
Oh, you got the legit one. You
Oh
got the
yeah,
legit one.
it's so yummy. And I'm going to take one out and show you, and then I'll eat some for you. You can watch me eat it in front of your face. Okay, so oh, lordy. Me
While
get some
Angelo is
ketchup.
doing that, let me just quickly remind all the viewers, please, guys, if you are new to any of our channels, subscribe to us, smash that like button, check out all of our videos and all of that because it helps us out tremendously. So go ahead.
Let me sit
Good,
up
and
here. So
also-
this is what it looks like. See if you can get a real good look at it. So these things can come in many flavors. This is the old-fashioned flavor. You have ketchup flavor. I've seen blueberry flavored, all types of flavored. But this is the most common one. And as you can see, it looks all glossy and glazed. That's like a type of sauce. I don't know which sauce this is. I think it's honey and something else. And it seems to be fried. I've never actually seen it cooked. But this is a crunchy outside, and pork is on the inside. So I'll bite into it and show you what it looks like. It's really crunchy. Let me turn around. You can see the white pork there. They're mostly made out of pork, but it is so good because, one, it's sweet and sour. And when you bite into it, it has this crunch. And it fills you up very quick because, as you can see, that sauce on it is full of calories. It's breaded, which is also full of calories, and there's meat in there. So if you eat some of this, like a few pieces with rice, you'll get full very quick. So I'm going to finish this
Ooh.
piece. You guys take it off.
There's a little bit of information that I wanted to share. Somebody, Helen Tan, thanks for your comment and the information. It says Haidi Lao now have cup noodle available in a supermarket. I
Yep.
was not aware
They
of
also
that.
have this like self-boiling like hot pot thing that you can
Mm.
buy. It's like 30 or 40 RMB. It has everything inside, and it has like a white bag that you need to put water on. Then it starts boiling, and it like boils the actual thing for you. So you have like a mini hot pot in front of you for like 30 RMB. It's amazing.
Yeah, they do have
Well,
that.
there's something else right here that I wanted to share. This is Psych. Psych says, fun fact on Haidi Lao, the owner migrated to Singapore and became the richest man in the island state.
Really?
Yeah, it's a successful
Nice.
business.
That fun fact. Trivia night.
I do have something to add to that. You don't have
Very
to come
nice.
to China to have Haidi Lao. I'm pretty sure they have one in California. I need to double check my facts, but I think I heard some of my friends say that they actually have a Haidi Lao in California because the guy migrated to Singapore and he's opening like more Haidi Laos around the world. So
Yeah.
it may be
They also have
in your
one in
country soon.
London.
Yeah.
They
Nice.
also have one in London. So if you guys ever in London, I'm in London. You guys are invited for a hot pot there.
Nice on
Okay.
your treat.
Stretching those.
No, I
orders.
never said I'm gonna pay. It's apparently it's the same price as what it is in China, but in pounds. So like you pay like over like £200 for a meal there.
Oh.
It's ridiculous apparently.
Wow, that is expensive.
Yeah, that is expensive. So
All right.
yeah,
Talking about strange Chinese food in China. How do you guys feel about some of these strange animals that people eat here in China? What are your perspectives on this situation?
Strange animals. Let's first identify strange animals. To me, a
Yeah.
strange animal would be something that a large collective
Okay.
group of people do not consider a pet as a pet.
Okay, for example, snake. Have you tried snake?
Snake is eaten in the U.S. I don't think it's considered extremely strange.
Yeah, in the States they also eat rattlesnake, right, in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Snake.
Zach, have you eaten snake?
no, and I'm not planning to.
What about frog? I'm the
Yes.
only one talking here. You're all eating. Ugh.
Because it's so good, man. Northeast food.
It's so good, full of calories.
Angelo, Hatruma.
老好吃了。
老好吃，
老好吃，哪儿
非常好吃。
老。
So
I
what
didn't-
about frog, guys? Have you tried frog?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ted Lim, his Weimar arrived. This sucks, man.
Finally.
What did
Well,
you get to
everyone
eat?
watching us, Snarky got it, Takat got it, and Ted Lim now's got it.
Who hasn't got it yet? Somebody remind me, please.
It must be the only person that didn't order it themselves.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Did
true.
you and did Zach and Michael present their food already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I
Hold on,
actually
I
like all
present
of
it to
mine.
you
Hold
one
on.
more time. Like
Oh man, look at all those. Oh, that looks so
Yeah.
delicious. That's like
I know. Hold on.
Hey,
Which one do
guys.
you want? Do you want sweet and sour tofu? Do you want soy sauce beef? Oh, the soy sauce beef. Yeah, let me show you that one.
yeah, I want to see the soy sauce beef.
There you go. This one. So it's
Vicky
beef with like soy
Dong.
sauce.
Yeah, it just like looks like meat on a stick. Looks good
Exactly.
though. Okay, so I did not show the Chinese parfait, so I guess I could show that real quick. My old lady's eating the one out of the tub, but she put some in a bowl for me. So this is. Oh, I might have to bring this down a little bit. This is what it looks like. Let's see. There we go. It's just
Ooh.
yogurt and all kinds of other stuff mixed in, fruit and all that. But this is roasted. I don't know how to explain it. It's
Nice.
roasted yogurt, and it's really good. It's just fruit, nuts like raisins. You've got oranges, banana,
Yes,
strawberries
I
in
am.
here, and it's just roasted and it's good.
Sung Heng
room.
says that I'm salivating. I'm just give me anything. My
want
wife
some
says
Chinese
it's 10 minutes
parfait?
away.
Yeah. Oh, that's
10
another
minutes away.
question. Don't mind if I ask that one. So Dan Charles asking, "Hi Zach, where are you from?" So when people ask me that question, I usually have a very confusing answer, and I usually say I'm from Hungary, but I moved to England when I was young, and then I moved to China when I was 20, 23, 24, so more than 3 years now. So British Hungarian is my nationality, but English or Hungarian doesn't matter for me.
Zach, how do you say hello in Hungarian?
That's a funny one actually, which also means goodbye at the same time.
Okay.
It's "sia."
See ya.
So
See ya.
yeah, sia.
See ya.
Yeah, like "see ya."
See ya.
So you can
Very
use
nice.
it for greeting someone and saying goodbye to someone at the same time. So I'm actually doing a podcast with Untranslatable on Sunday evening. I don't know if you guys heard about them, but they are doing these like funky phrases that you can't actually translate properly into English or to any other language. And they asked me to prepare some Hungarian phrases. So that's what I'm going to do. It should be on my channel next week. So if you guys want to check it out, feel free to do it.
Nice.
Fernando's gone again.
All right. While he's gone, I'll finish off this last bit.
I think his internet is going to come back faster than his food is going to arrive, in my opinion.
Emergency topic time.
Yay. Oh, he's
wait.
back.
Am I back?
Yes, you are.
Yep, you're back.
Okay, I'm back. Fonte says something really funny that we should do this show on Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
Will we do this show on Saturday morning at 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
Working and Angela's working, so that's
No, I don't work on Sunday for now.
Oh, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Yeah, I work Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday morning. I'm
But-
also working right now, so I don't think. And the thing is, I think people should know this, that we are not competing with anyone. We are doing this for entertainment purposes. And before we actually started the live stream, we said, we just want to entertain our viewers and just good times, good vibes. What else is there? That is about it. So we don't want to compete with anyone. We don't want to have beef with anyone. We're just doing this for entertainment. So that is about it, really.
The more options we offer to people, after Angela, you were saying.
I don't know what did you say? I didn't
I
understand.
didn't hear him.
I didn't hear you. What did you ask? Say it
They
again.
said that the more options there are for people, the better.
The other options for people, and that's all I heard. The other
Yeah.
options for
The
people.
more options people have, the better.
Did anybody get
The
that?
more options
Mm.
people have, the better, I think is what he's saying.
The options for
Yeah.
what?
Live streaming,
Or
Okay.
I think.
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure either.
that's what I think. Yeah, Fernando, you're breaking up quite a bit, so I'm gonna jump in and say a few nice things. I think that's what people would call it. But yeah, like I said, we don't want to compete with anyone. We want to give the option to people to choose to watch whoever they like. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, so many people think that I'm controversial and I jump from one side to another. That's their opinion. Obviously, I respect that. But like I said, we don't want to compete with anyone. We don't want to race with anyone. I mean, this little race that we had with the delivery, that was just for the fun, just for the entertainment. So that is about it. I don't know how you guys feel about live streaming and competing with the other channels, but for me, it's not a competition.
I think live streaming where it's at now, or it's getting that way.
Absolutely, Michael. What do you think about it?
I think from an internet speed perspective, the morning in China is best. Maybe it doesn't have to be 9 a.m. interfering with other live streams, but the internet connection tends to be better in the morning of China, which is the nights in like the US and like the Americas. So, I mean, I'm down for either or. I have no specific preference. I mean, I'm all for the audience making the choice for us.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
Here, I'm down.
Not really. Not 100%.
Not really.
Okay. So, guys,
Still not.
Not
Yeah.
not getting nothing from him. Want to move into another topic?
Sure, Angelo. I guess it's time for you to suggest something.
Sure. So I have an experience, not really a topic. So I was going to make a video about this, but my plans got ruined. So this is what happened. I was going to go on a train to go on a city that's about 2 hours away from here by train. It's called Dalian, a really popular city, really cool. Has said to have the largest square in all of Asia there. And I was going to go there, have my tickets bought and everything. And before we got on the train, we decided to get something to eat. And we had about 15 minutes left before the train took off. And we were really excited about going on this trip. Had it all planned. We had the hotel booked, the ticket to come back. Spent almost like 3,000 RMB in total already. So when we got to the place to show our ticket to get in, I was stopped, and he's like, "You're a foreigner. You need to go get your temperature checked." I was like, "I only got about 15 minutes left. How fast did this go?" And he said, "You might need to change. You might have to change your ticket time because this takes 10 minutes." I was like, "What? It takes 10 minutes to check my temperature?" So I walk over there to the place where I'm supposed to be, and the people are dressed up in hazmat suits and stuff. I was like, "I got about 10 minutes left, and I'm not gonna make my train. Can we make this go fast and stuff?" And she's like, "Okay." So they shoved the little thermometer in my armpit, and then they write my name on the pad and all that stuff. So okay, and I had about 6 minutes left. They're like, "Okay, you can go now." And so I start going, and they're like, "No, no, come back. We didn't take a picture of your passport." I was like, "What? I'm gonna miss my train." And I went over there, and they took a picture of my passport. And I have 4 minutes left, so I bolted it for the place to get on the train. And there's a guy standing there, and another woman showed up at the same time too. And he's like, "You can't get on the train. There's only 4 minutes left. It's the train. You can't get on anymore." I was like, "What? I spent like 1,000 RMB on like a first class seat for me and my old lady. We can't get on the train anymore." And he's like, "Yes, sorry." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." I said, "Well, let's just change the time on the ticket." So we went back to get our time changed, and then there were no tickets for any of the times left. So I was like, what am I going to do? Can I refund my ticket? And I tried to do that, and they said no. So I lost about 1,100 RMB. I did get to refund my return ticket and my hotel, but the thing is, though, I was so ready. It's not just not being able to go that irked me. I was so ready to make a beautiful video because there's a hotel there that's built like a castle. It's absolutely gorgeous. It looks like something out of a medieval time scene or something. And I was just ready to get my drone and fly over that. But that was a bad experience. Just because I was a foreigner, I had to get my temperature checked. Oh, snarky guy, read his.
There you go. He's back. How was your food, mate? Snarky. Tell us, what did you order? How was it? How much did you pay? How long it took for the delivery and all that? Let us know in the live comments. There was another comment that I would like to point out. Going vegan in China is tough. Doable, but tough. Absolutely. I mean, Chinese cuisine is very meat based, in my opinion. So it can be a little bit tough to find vegan and vegetarian meals, but it is definitely doable, especially if you cook for yourself, because there are a whole bunch of vegetables that you cannot find in like Western countries. For example, in England, there are so many things that you cannot find that is like native in China, and it's widely available. So I think it is definitely doable if you can cook and if you're willing to cook. But the other side of this story is, as you saw, the food prices. Ordering food online is actually very cheap for what it is. So it's
Yeah.
kind of a choice that you need to make. If you really want to stick with it, then home cooking is the way to go. Like I said, it's a choice. I don't know if you guys tried the vegan lifestyle. I tried it for like 2 weeks, then I just gave up on it because it's definitely not for me. I love meat too much.
Yeah, I actually made a video in my channel about ordering like vegetarian, vegan, or what do you call it, kosher food. And if you just type in the keywords, you can definitely find YMI versions of it. But you have to be careful, and you have to really ask the person that owns the restaurant, like, are you really vegan or are you vegetarian? In the bigger cities, I don't think it's too hard. Like in Guangzhou, if you search for vegetarian or vegan food on YMI, you'll find so many options. And there are a lot of restaurants that just specialize in that, like they're proud. But the restaurants tend to be very expensive versus the YMI. So it's possible. You just have limited options. Just understand that. The bigger the city, the easier it is, in my opinion.
So the most absolute tasty and filling vegan food that I've ever had is at these restaurants that cater to people that practice Buddhism. And when you go, they don't eat meat there. When you go in, there's all kinds of things that resemble meat, or it's fake meat, and all kinds of other things mixed together. It's vegan food, but it tastes so good, and it's really filling. And also, if you have any Buddhist temple complex around your house, if you go into those, well, the one where I live, they give free food to people, and it's all vegan, just food that they make there, and it's very delicious and it's very filling. The Buddhist restaurants.
Awesome. Have you guys tried any like plant-based things? Because we have a restaurant in Jilin that is specialized in like these plant-based things, and I tried a plant-based hamburger, and it's kind of a hit and miss, I think. I remember watching a video with the Top Gear crew, so like Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, James May, and they tried this like plant-based thing, and Jeremy is a very like aggressive meat eater, and he believes that meat is the only way to go, and he actually hated this plant-based burger. I tried one in Jilin. I was like, it's a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, it's definitely not meat, and it doesn't resemble meat that much, but it is something new, and it is a burger basically. So I liked it personally. I don't know if you guys had any experience with plant-based food.
No, actually, I've never have in China, and especially in my small city.
Yeah, I was very surprised that in Jilin we had something like this. But what about you, Michael? Have you had any experience with this?
Yes, and that's just because one of my wife's friends was like vegan. The food was actually pretty tasty, but when you get more niche like that to the type of foods you can eat, if it's like only plant-based, it has to like grow on the ground and that's all you can eat, it gets expensive. Like that restaurant was like, I think it was a 600 RMB meal just for like a lunch, and I'm like, I'm not sure I'm gonna eat here for the rest of my life.
There you go. So let's cherry pick some comments here. Let's have a look. So I had one. So at the beginning, people were asking us about, ADV China, Serpent Zade, and Nathan Rich, and what we think about them. So the hot topic right now is Nathan and what's going on with him. Prime in China did a video of him. Apparently, he might be detained. He is maybe waiting to get deported. I'm not so sure. I don't really want to jump too far into this topic. Any like short answers from you guys? What do you think? What's going on with Nathan right now?
I don't want to jump too deep into it either, but thought that maybe he's just, and it sounds crazy, he's just taking a break. That's maybe he's just taking a break.
Yeah, Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's all speculation now, and it's really hard to tell. I mean, I have no idea what's up with the guy. I know he posts often, but I also know YouTubers that often take month breaks because they just get burnt out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year I was posting videos until May, I think. Then I took almost a year off, just not posting anything. It's just about the motivation, and if you cover the same kind of topics over and over and over again, it gets boring, and getting burned out is actually a thing. Snarky says he's actually doing a project right now. I know someone who talked to him. So there you go. That's one answer that we can probably rely on. So about the other YouTubers, ADV China, Serpents a Day. I said this many times before. Personally, I don't have any problems with them. Winston's videos, they were very helpful at the beginning, and until this day, I still thank him for that. I don't know if you guys watched their videos during the early days and what you think about them before you came to China or after you arrived in China.
Yeah, I didn't start watching his videos till after I arrived in China about 6 years ago, and they were good. I like them. His videos now, I will watch them if the title is like really, it tugs at me. Put it that way. It has to be something that tugs at me, but I don't go out of my way to look to find them and watch them. But he's got some pretty eye-catching titles, and I'm more likely to click on that type of video.
Michael?
Yeah, they're really good with titles and thumbnails. Like no one can deny that. When I first came to China, which was about 2 years and some change, I watched the videos all the time to learn about the culture because I really wanted to learn it. I didn't know how to speak any Chinese at that time, so it's like the only way I could learn. Now I guess now that they're not living here, their content may have gone for a twist, but like I don't watch them as often as I used to, mainly because I'm too busy creating content myself now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's pick up another comment from here. So sick. I'm not so sure. Sorry if I butcher your name. So Snarky Guy is here, the original Guilao from Hong Kong. Snarky says true story. There you go. So that's got a happy ending. I just want to jump on to the Guilao topic because that is the hot thing right now, and I get a lot of hate for it. And I just want to, point this out again because I did it on This Is China's Jerry stream the other day. Personally, I don't have any problem with Guilao, and I did apologize on stream, and I would like to do it again. So, Kirk, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry about what happened in the past. Hope we can, figure this one out. And that is about it. I don't want to take too much airtime from this because it's just between you and me. With Snarky Guy, I think his videos are really good as well. It's really funky. That's the word that I would like to use to his videos. It's really funky. I don't know what other YouTubers you guys watch, but Snarky is like on my top 5 list when it comes to videos. And Angelo? Oh, okay, good. There's Fernando. Are you back,
Fernando? Are you back now? Yay!
Okay, here's another common experience here in China. The Why My guy, the delivery guy, brings you the wrong order.
Oh gosh.
The wife says that he basically brought the wrong thing, but this is what I wanted to order. So this is a chicken leg. This is how they kind of like crucify it and barbecue it. It's really nice.
Crucify it.
Yeah. Be gone. And these are my my oysters, barbecue oysters, as you can see. And well,
Nice.
you can see all the shallots, the onions, and lots of garlic. Super, super tasty. What I don't see is the chopsticks, and I can't just go like on it. But
You
these are
should. You
great.
should.
Just
It's
These
lick it
good.
out of
are
there.
Yeah,
Mm,
dude,
I got
I'm
it
this.
out of
eating it off the stick. Just do it. But then we are
They
in the northeast, so
I'll go for the chicken. Basically, these were there's the chopsticks. Can you come in? The wife just my eye. No. What was I gonna say? Well, these oysters are 4.5 each. Yeah. So this six, they come at what? 9 times 3, 27. Probably 25 on a discount if you have half a dozen. And chicken leg, I think, is 5 RMB. And I don't know what the YMI is because I don't use the app. So, okay, let's dig into this one. I'll show you. You guys go ahead and I'll show you guys how I feast on this one. First, we feast.
all right. So I'm gonna cherry pick some questions in the meantime while Fernando is enjoying his food and the viewers are watching him. Question about floods in southern China. Are you guys living in any of that areas, or do you have any updates on the floods in China? So Angela and myself, we are not southerners, we are northerners. We live above Beijing. So Angelo lives next to Shenyang. I live in Jilin, which used to be the capital of Jilin province, but now it's Changchun. What about you, Michael? Have you heard anything about the floods in southern China? Any thoughts on them?
I know during this season, usually, especially if we get closer to September, there's always like typhoons that happen close to I guess the Guangzhou, Hong Kong, Shenzhen, and the Guangdong areas, or what do you call it? Dongguan.
Dongguan.
And sometimes it's pretty annoying when it rains all night and all the roads get clogged up. It's an excuse for you to get to work late because like I usually get to work like 2 to 3 hours late, and sometimes the roads are completely blocked and you can't do anything until they suck up all the water. Now I wouldn't say this happens every day, but I can say maybe like once or twice a month you're gonna experience like roads being completely over flooded overnight because of a big storm that came in.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's pick on a few more comments. So Ken says, Zach P, good on you. Thank you, mate. I don't want to talk more about that. El Bandy says, you are awesome. Thank you. I think that goes to all of us, even to Fernando, even though he's not here. Let's have a look. So a fellow UK YouTuber living in China, Julian Fang. I haven't heard of him. Not sure. TCAT says, you guys use Zoom, right? It's good now. No, we are not using Zoom anymore. We are using StreamYard, which enables us to stream to YouTube without a VPN. So that's why the three of us got really good connection right now. I'm not so sure about why Fernando is experiencing trouble with it, but yeah. Top 5 for Snarky, I don't know. I would put Snarky at the top 10 at least, but I'm not sure I would go for top 5. He's kind of an odd bird. Rumor has it he has sardines fetish. I don't
Fetish.
I didn't know that you can get that kind of a fetish. I mean, I've heard about like foot fetish, but
Sardines fetish.
sardines, I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody says sardine fetish. That sounds fishy. Yeah, it does sound fishy. All right then. So I just wanted
how about
I just wanted to pass it on to you, Angelo. Actually, so
I kind of wanted to jump back into this topic about food delivery and stuff, and talk about just how hard working the drivers are. The drivers that are delivering the food. So you notice when you actually place your order, deliver the food, it's immediately picked up by somebody. And these drivers are all throughout the city. There are many of them, and it's a great opportunity to create jobs. And whoever did this idea like 2 or 3 years ago about YMI was a fantastic way to boost the economy and create jobs for a lot of people. So many jobs. You have no idea, but you see them, but they're guys driving, delivering the food all the time. And so as soon as you place your orders, this comes up on all their phones. It's like a network. And they're on a race to hit accept that order so they can go and get the food and get the commission and stuff. and they have to drive through traffic. They have to drive through weather. If you order in the snow here up in the Northeast, if it snows bad or rain, these guys are driving in it. The day before, I saw a guy delivering food and just, bam, falls over on his bike because he's such in a rush. Because you have a certain time limit, and within a certain amount of time, you have to deliver this food, or you get a phone call from like the headquarters, the Meitor headquarters, asking you if you've gotten your food yet. And you have the option, if you do get, you cannot answer that call, and if you do get the food, you can just say you got the food delivery and nothing happens to the guy. But in most cases, they only have like 30 minutes. So they have to go through traffic, they have to go through weather, and these guys are running through red lights. They're doing everything they can to get your food to you within a certain amount of time to make you a happy customer. Maybe you'll give them a like in the app, which helps them with their ranking or to get more orders or something, or you give them a tip, whatever it is. And there's not just young people driving these things. I've seen old people, old ladies delivering the food. And not just that, they have to go through the problem of dealing with the customer too, calling, the phone's not being answered. Like I said, going through the elevators, going through all these loops and hurdles just to get your food to you. So these guys they're busting their arses. They're hardworking.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a question. How do you guys think about tips culture? So tipping in China is not very common. It's almost non-existent. So tipping in China in a restaurant or tipping drivers is not common. Even though I'm going to tip that 6.66 that we talked about. So I will do that. Also, just to add to your point, Angelo, how hard-working they are, I want to jump onto the salaries that they are getting, because somebody commented on one of my videos that, delivery drivers and people that are doing deliveries, they don't get like, good salaries and good benefits. And I just want to make it clear, like these guys, they work very hard and they get like very good money for it as well. Like we are talking, I don't know, like 6,000 to 10,000, depending on your city. And I think it was actually Michael who explained it to one of my commenters. So, Michael, would you like to explain exactly what you know about this, like salaries for delivery drivers?
Yeah, so I'm a nosy guy because I just got that habit being in China for a while. So asking people salaries and all that, that's just something I picked up in China because I always get asked by taxi drivers. But I started to do that with people like delivering food. And on a good day, they told me, at least in a tier 1 city, it might be different in another city, they can get 10,000 RMB. This is them working 6 to 7 days a week and like 8 to 12-hour shifts. They're working hard, raining, snowing. Well, it doesn't snow here, but typhoon. Like they'll work hard, especially during this time with the virus. Like they're just out in the road delivering food, and they get paid. So the more they work, the more they get paid. Yeah. So 10,000 RMB is great in Guangzhou for like someone just delivering food.
And they have to provide their own bike or motorcycle, or whatever it is. Their delivery, their mode of delivery, transportation, blah, blah, blah. They have to provide that for themselves. And I'm not sure, do they have, Michael, if you know this, do they have to go through a robust application to be a driver, or they just sign up and that's it? Go for it.
So, okay, I'm not a personal driver. I didn't ask them about this process, but I asked if you can do part-time to someone I know, and they said no, not in least in Guangzhou. They didn't let them do part-time. You need to sign up like you're all in. It's not like Uber where you can be like, okay, I'm clocked in, let me drive people around. Like when you're a Meituan person, you got to do it like the full time or at least full shifts.
I think they don't have to accept an order if they don't want to. But I know that the order accepting thing is like an epic race. Like, oh, something pops up, bam, bam, just get it real quick.
Yeah.
But somebody's always going to accept your order because, like I said, this is a big job creator. That whoever came up with this diet created a lot of jobs. So there's drivers everywhere. And I think foreigners can be drivers too, right?
I don't know.
I'm not so sure. No,
I don't know, because then you get into the why would you need a foreigner if a Chinese person can do it kind of issue for a work visa? You know?
Well, our school
if
has
you have
a
green card, maybe. If you have a green card, maybe.
Well, I would deliver food to you if I was in your city.
Awesome. Let me just cherry pick a comment. Then I think we are going to wrap this up in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So Snarky said, food delivery tip in China. If two of you ordering food delivery, such as Meituan, order each of your orders separately at the same time, it will get delivered together, but you will save about 10 yuan. Yes, that is a possibility that that you can definitely try, and it might work. So yeah, that is a good tip. We like that one. I would love to put it on the screen, but unfortunately, Fernando is the stream hoster, so I can't put it up on the screen. Oh, there you go. It worked. So yeah, that's a very good tip. I really appreciate that one, and I think people in China that never heard about this also appreciate it. Anyway, I think it is time to wrap this one up, guys. Would you like to say anything for the last, like, 2 sentences, 3 sentences? Anything interesting?
Interesting. Stay tuned for the next one. Give us ideas for another topic, for the next topic.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael?
People in the comments.
Yeah, well, this is something recently started, and the more topics you want to hear about, we've been in China for a long time. We can definitely help you out in clarifying some things. So appreciate you guys' support.
Absolutely. All right, then. So because Fernando is not really here, he can't really talk, I'm going to do an outro for him as well. So obviously he had some problems with his connection. We will try to figure it out for the next one. But the three of us, we had, an amazing time and amazing connection. Partly because Angelo was so kind to tell us about this router box that helps to boost up your internet connection. So thank you so much, Angelo. We really appreciate that one. And for me, it works amazingly. As you can see, like, it's super crisp and it's super sharp. Obviously, as a last thing, I would like to urge every single one of you that are watching right now, if you're watching it on Michael's channel, if you're watching it on Fernando's channel, come to Angelo's channel or my channel, subscribe, like the content, leave a comment, stay tuned for the next live stream. We are trying to put content out every single day. So, keep your eyeballs on the U-balls, and that is about it for tonight. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.